years. That's pretty good. That's someone that knows what they want to do in life.
News breaks when it wants. Doesn't have a script, so we don't cut things short just to hand it over to network news. We stay local. Fox 13's Good Day Utah.
Violate the crap out of me. I hate it.
We're just a few weeks from Christmas, but the crooks are on the prowl now. Only on Fox 13, the unique way one suspect is preying on South Jordan residents, and it's all caught on camera.
And a scare at a thrift store in Layton.
They elected to evacuate the building.
Why several bomb squads had to search the building after a donation was made.
It's been really hard. We're grateful. Thank you.
A local soldier killed in Afghanistan returns home to Utah. We'll take you to the emotional ceremony.
Enough of the fog. We got a break from it. I'll tell you about it with your forecast coming up.
Honoring Gold Star families. I'll show you how the community came together to recognize those that paid the ultimate price defending America's freedom.
Live from Fox 13 Studios, this is Fox 13 News at 9.
Thanks for staying up late with us. Our top story this evening, the weather, the storms that will soon end the inversion. For now, the air quality has been bad for days, but you can see the difference even from above those clouds and that fog, but there is some relief coming soon.
Yeah, incredible video when you were on your flight this morning, right? Coming right down through that fog. And
wow.
Doug Iverson joining us tonight. Still a couple of patches out there that I noticed.
Yeah, we're not completely over it yet. Salt Lake Valley, especially the closer you get to the Great Salt Lake, that seems to be the big culprit on keeping this fog going, and thick fog nonetheless. And West Valley, it's been soupy there. So some of us have been fog-free. The rest of us, we're still in the dense fog out there. All of us will see some relief. We have a front off over in Nevada, already putting down a little bit of rain around Winnemucca and Battle Mountain. This will be over the top of northern Utah late tonight. Time frame somewhere between 3 and 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, yeah, the fog, I think, will linger a bit more this evening for the areas that still have it. Here's the visibility in Salt Lake City, just over 1/10 of a mile. That's at the airport. You go downtown, different story. Other parts of the valley, what's this guy talking about? We don't have any fog, so it's real spotty out there. Bryce Canyon's foggy, dense fog, 1/4 of a mile visibility, but the rest of us, visibility's improved a lot. Logan looking pretty good, better than it was a little bit ago. Looks like Ogden, 4 miles down the road, much better than it was last night at this time. Temperature-wise, Ogden, you're at 28. Salt Lake City just above freezing, 50 in St. George. So your forecast tonight for the Wasatch Front, low in the Salt Lake Valley, right around 32. Fog for some. Rain and snow for all. We'll talk more about that and how that's going to impact our mountains nearby with your 7-day forecast coming up.
Thanks, Doug. Well, believe it or not, we have less than 3 weeks until Christmas, but that means both shoppers and delivery people are very busy.
Today, Nate Carlisle with the Salt Lake Tribune spotted a UPS driver in a regular unmarked vehicle. UPS says with the holiday season craziness, they're using some regular type vehicles and budget trucks to get those packages out to you. And with so many packages sitting on people's doorsteps, police are reminding you to watch out for thieves.
Yeah, and Fox 13's Sydney Glenn actually spoke with a South Jordan man who says his Christmas delivery went from his doorstep to the hands of a thief within minutes.
Jordan Osmond says his package sat on his front porch for just 5 minutes before he says this woman replaced it with an empty Macy's bag.
It's that time of year, the season of shopping and giving.
Basically what was stolen were these little marshmallow sticks here, basically, that were helping my wife with their Christmas gifts.
The Osmonds were just trying to get their holiday gifts together, ordering some goodies from Amazon, but the package never made it inside.
We got a notification, and then 5 minutes later, my wife came down here and the package was already gone.
Was it a mistake? The Osmonds checked their security cameras. You can see what appears to be someone swapping out the Amazon package with a Macy's bag.
Yeah, it violates the crap out of me. I hate it a lot. Nothing I can do about it other than just contact the police.
Jordan posted this video on the Neighbors app, and the comments started pouring in.
Actually ended up coming across that this lady has actually gone to a couple other homes and done the same thing.
She's wearing all brown, something Jordan and others think could be her way of impersonating a UPS worker. So it's easier for her to snatch boxes.
And they're just really shooting out for the lotto or something like that, hoping there's maybe an iPad in there or something worth quite a bit of money.
Jordan says the South Jordan Police Department is investigating. Some people on the Neighbor app hoping this is the season for justice.
And I think they should be caught so they can spend Christmas in jail.
We did reach out to South Jordan Police tonight. We have not heard back. That is why we did blur the suspect's face. A UPS spokesperson tells us they do have other options for people to have their packages delivered to places like Michael's or even CVS to avoid any vulnerable packages being left behind. Jordan says Amazon did also replace all of those stolen items. In studio, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
The Deseret Industries thrift store in Layton closed early today because of a bomb scare. Layton police say a dispatcher received a call this morning from a man using a disconnected cell phone, saying the caller's brother accidentally made that donation containing a stick of dynamite. Dispatchers were unable to reconnect with that man. The Deseret Industries store evacuated so police could search all of the donated items. However, investigators ended up finding nothing suspicious.
We didn't know if it was a credible call or not, or if the individual was just, playing a hoax on us. But obviously we have to assume that it was real and that there was a possible danger.
We reached out to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which owns Deseret Industries stores. They denied to comment on this incident.
Tonight, police in South Jordan are looking for a bank robber. Take a look at these photos from a security camera. South Jordan police say the man seen here robbed the Cypress Credit Union inside the Walmart on South Jordan Gateway just before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Police say the suspect handed a note to the teller demanding cash. That note claimed the suspect had a weapon, but that was never confirmed. If you know where this man is, call South Jordan Police.
In southern Utah, troopers made a big drug bust on I-15 near Cedar City this weekend. Utah Highway Patrol says they arrested the drivers of 2 vehicles yesterday morning after they were driving very close to each other. Turns out the drivers had found 40 pounds of meth and 2 pounds of heroin and fentanyl pills with them. UHP credits the trusty nose of a great canine officer for helping make this a successful bust.
One person is dead, another in the hospital after being hit by a car. Police say the victims were walking in the crosswalk here on 3rd South and 5th East just before 1 o'clock this morning when they were hit. Officers say the pedestrians did have the right-of-way. First responders want to use this incident as a reminder to others.
You definitely have to be careful, just plan ahead and be cautious because anything can jump out of anywhere.
Driver of the car has been arrested and charged with DUI. Police say the driver will likely even face more charges.
It's been highly anticipated, but people will have to wait just a little bit longer. Deep Roots Harvest says it's waiting a final license from the state of Nevada before it can legally open its marijuana dispensary in West Wendover. The business had cleared every other licensing requirement. It's asking customers to please be patient as it awaits that final license. Nevada voters approved recreational marijuana sales in 2016. It's also the closest dispensary to the Wasatch Front. And while it's illegal to transport marijuana across state lines, UHP says it plans no special enforcement.
Uinta County leaders are raising concerns about a major tax bill that's unveiled on Capitol Hill.
It has the capability of slowing down or stopping the oil and gas activity that we have now. This will have an effect on the rural economy of Utah. It will have an effect on state revenues, county revenues, tribal revenues, all up and down the boardwalk. It's extremely important that we not load more taxes on an industry that already pays substantial taxes.
So that video that you just saw has been sent by Uinta County commissioners to state lawmakers. They fear the tax overhaul bill could really hurt eastern Utah. Lawmakers have proposed an income tax cut up to $160 million, but they also propose taxing some services and hiking the food and gas tax. A final public meeting is set for Monday at 5 o'clock on Capitol Hill, and a special session on that tax bill could be on Thursday.
Today, Chief Warrant 2 Kirk T. Fuchigami arrived home after he was killed on a deployment in Afghanistan.
Fox 13's Aaron Cox was in Ogden as the plane touched the ground, carrying him home to his wife and family.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, we're doing great, but we know this was for the right cause.
Flying for freedom. That's what Melissa Norman's brother-in-law paid the ultimate price for. Chief Warrant 2 Kirk T. Fuchigami, or as Melissa called him, Takeshi, flew Apache helicopters in Afghanistan.
He hasn't really been out that long, for about 3 weeks.
On his first deployment, Chief Fuchigami was killed.
Takeshi is just one of those cheerful guys that when you saw him, you got a smile on your face.
He was a pilot that trained with many of our pilots.
Uniforms surround Chief Fuchigami, watching over his widow say goodbye.
It's the sacrifice, it really is.
Accompanying Chief Fuchigami home in the plane was his brother-in-law, who flies Black Hawks for the U.S. military. Now family and officers here in Utah join Chief Fuchigami draped in freedom on his way to rest.
We are so touched by how many people in the military and our community and strangers were coming out and supporting Takeshi. It's been really we're grateful. Thank you.
Now home, Chief Fuchigami is in Brigham City, where his funeral will be held Monday afternoon. In Ogden, Aaron Cox, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Still to come, a pair of mountain lions spotted on a front porch. What we're learning about these curious cats that are wandering the streets of Bountiful.
And a legendary jazz artist from our area passes away. We take a look back at the life of Joe McQueen.
As winter conditions arrive,
Tracking dispersed system.
Fox 13 is your first alert source for weather.
We're taking it out to Scott McCain and the weather beat.
First with Utah's only all-local morning news.
A foot or two of snow in the northern
First with more on-air newscasts than anyone.
UDOT officials knew they
And first in the evening with our primetime news at 9.
Let's go to Fox 13's Kristen Van Dyke.
When severe weather hits,
We're going to have snow showers developing throughout the day.
there's only one place to turn. Fox 13's first alert weather. Let's connect.
Carl Jr. Well, if it isn't Big Carl, you fixin' to sauce me up? Sick those beefy twins on this cheese hound. Scram, Big Mac. Go play with your extra toy bun. The adults are getting meaty. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
Welcome to Toyotathon.
Hey.
Ready for a great deal?
You know it.
With savings on Camry, RAV4, Highlander, and more, it really is the most magical time of the year. Can you pretend you didn't see this?
But I'm seeing it.
Right now, get $2,500 cash back on a new 2019 Highlander or $2,500 cash back on a new Camry.
You never know what you'll find at Toyotathon. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Carl Jr. They call you really Big Carl? Must be those triple-sauced meat heaps. How about you cloak me in cheese? Drape me in a three-piece patty suit like a beef tycoon. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
Sponsored by Black Diamond Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Winner of the 2019 Best of State Utah Award, delivering wow through expert services. You're watching Fox 13 News. Let's connect.
Welcome back. Well-known jazz musician and Ogden resident Joe McQueen passed away this morning at 100 years old. Joe was a skilled trumpet player that came to Ogden 74 years ago just for one gig, but he ended up staying for life. During his time here in Utah, McQueen soothed the audience ears, playing side by side with legends like Ray Charles. Joe also broke racial barriers in the 1950s for African Americans. Fox 13's Todd Tanner will provide us with a look back on Joe's life tomorrow on Fox 13 News at 9.
Check this out. These two mountain lions were caught on camera snooping around a bountiful neighborhood. Thanks to the Russell family's Ring camera, they were able to catch these curious cats wandering the streets during last night's Pac-12 title game. Experts from the Department of Wildlife Resources say cougars are one of North America's largest cats and are especially dangerous at night when hunting. For more information on what to do in case of an encounter, go to our website, fox13now.com.
In Salt Lake City today, West High hosted their 4th annual First Tech Challenge Student Robotics Competition. Nearly 200 students from 24 different Utah, Idaho, and Colorado schools competed in this year's qualifier. Students participating designed their own robots, completing tasks like building small structures and moving through different obstacles. Mentors from First Tech Challenge say these events are great for helping kids get into the STEM field.
We're really impressed because the data shows that 70% of students who are alumni in FIRST programs go into engineering and computer science degrees.
The top teams will compete in the Utah State First Tech Challenge competition, and from there, those winners will advance to the International Robotics Festival that's held in Houston, Texas.
Predicting the exact moment when someone with epilepsy will have a seizure is almost impossible. But that could all change with a new device being made right here in Utah. Mark Lemkula, the CEO of Epitel, says his company has made a fully functional device called Epilog. It works alongside an app to read brain waves. Epilog is worn on the forehead, just below the hairline. It connects to a phone or a tablet through Bluetooth and sends seizure reports to an app. Doctors then use the data to adjust a patient's treatment schedule.
The holy grail of epilepsy is being able to predict when you're going to have your next seizure. And so we want to create an hourly forecast of your probability of having a seizure. We want to give people the power of knowing how many seizures they're having so that they can plan their day with certainty.
Epilog needs to undergo clinical trials and be approved by the FDA first. Right now, it's being tested at the University of Colorado, Boston Children's Hospital, and the NYU Langone Medical Center. There's no way to fully repay Gold Star families for their sacrifice.
Losing a loved one in the line of duty is a pain that they'll have to endure for the rest of their lives. Fox 13's John Franke shows us how one group is aiming to help them heal.
Actor Gary Sinise, of course from the movie Forrest Gump, has a foundation that sends these Gold Star families on the trip of a lifetime. It's a show of gratitude to these children who have lost a mom or dad fighting for our freedom.
The lights, the Christmas trees, and of course the music.
It doesn't look like an airport at all.
This looks more like Santa's workshop at the North Pole and not the boarding area at the Salt Lake International Airport.
This is like a party.
Jacob Taylor can't contain his excitement for what's coming.
We're gonna go on the Snowball Express to Disney World.
Jacob, his brothers and sisters, and their mother Jenny hopped aboard a charter flight to Orlando.
Going to Disney World in Florida.
The Taylor children lost their father, Major Brent Taylor, last November.
I think it's just awesome to be here with all the decorations and lights and all these people that are here to help us have a good time.
All right, everyone, our friends are coming on board.
The Snowball Express is taking them.
I see joy, I see happiness, I see excitement.
And several other Utah families who lost a parent while serving.
I see families who deserve to have a marvelous time.
To the happiest place on earth.
I'm looking forward to the rides and seeing the characters.
It's a chance to make memories.
The one that we mostly want to go on is the new Star Wars ride.
While remembering the past.
My dad used to we'd always watch Star Wars movies, and that just made me like them.
This is a small token from the community, letting these families know
because their families serve on the front line with them.
We won't forget what they've lost.
These families are a reflection of people who have sacrificed so much for our freedom as Americans.
The Gary Sinise Foundation relies on sponsors and donations. If you'd like to help, we'll show you how on our website at fox13now.com. In the newsroom, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Off to Disney.
Incredible. And I see the Major Taylor's kids, and I just wish I could give them everything. They're so adorable.
Good story. Good story.
And through the fog, they were taking off to get to Disneyland.
As you were coming in,
As I was
right?
coming in, they were going out. That's right.
Well, hopefully, I'm sure they'll make it safely, and you made it safely. You're here, so that's good. You got a little hair raising out there. In fact, got a weather photo to show you here, viewer pic, posted on Instagram. This was actually taken today. Yes, you can actually see across the parking lot. Woods Cross. Kat said, beautiful, blue sky, but you get around North Salt Lake, it is a different story. At least it was last night. She was almost sideswiped on the freeway last night because it was so bad. The guy didn't see her next to her. Yeah, so he almost hit her. Fortunately, she's okay and had to enjoy that blue sky. Good for you. A lot of us saw some blue. Of course, a lot of us couldn't really get to see the blue today. Air quality-wise, worst air quality in the country earlier. Not quite as bad, believe it or not. I know that's kind of crazy. The inversion has actually weakened. Moderate air quality in Salt Lake City. Logan, moderate air quality. The rest of us in the good or green zone, so we'll take that. We got some mixing in the atmosphere. Still can't see all that well, at least on the west side, north side of Salt Lake. Out by the airport, temperature there 33. Visibility less than a mile, so be careful. West Valley, you've been socked in. A lot of us still socked in, especially on the west side of the Salt Lake Valley, Salt Lake County. So we're still dealing with some fog out there in some areas. Not dealing with that, though, down in St. George. It's just mostly cloudy and 49. We can see 10 miles down the road. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to see a mile down the road? That'd be something, wouldn't it? Clouds continue to push in over southern Utah, starting to find their way up to point of the mountain. And then we got a break, and then this is associated with the front. I think this will do the trick. Help weaken that inversion even more, so we'll get rid of the fog for all areas, and then we'll get some more moisture. That means rain and snow due in as early as late tonight. And mountain snow for the high country. Winter weather advisory has been issued by the National Weather Service. The advisory officially goes into effect at midnight tonight and will continue all the way until 10 o'clock Monday morning. All the areas shaded in this color, 5 to 14 inches. That's the mountains of northern Utah and southern Utah in the central portion of the state. Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons could see over 14 inches. So, yeah, this is good. Good. Down low, maybe a little bit of snow, but generally it's going to be just kind of a wet mix, wintry mix out there. And that's what we're going to see overnight. 32 will be the low temperature in Salt Lake City, at least at the airport. 27 in Ogden, 30 over in Wendover. We'll stay above freezing from this point forward over in Elko with a low of 34. We got more rain on the way overnight for southern Utah. We'll see that develop over the southeast corner. We have, of course, that winter weather advisory that kicks in for Monticello, especially the high country. Could get over a foot or more. So here we go. A nice snowstorm for the mountains. Tomorrow's temperatures were warmer than we were today, at least in Salt Lake City, mid-40s. 42 in Wendover, 38 in Ogden, Logan at 36. A rain-snow combination over northern Utah. The timing is going to be kind of tricky, but I think tomorrow morning is going to be a little wet out there. You can see all the green. That's the rain. Of course, the pink is rain-snow mix. The blue is all snow in the mountains. Oh, they're going to get it good. And then we got some colder air that will work down, and I think tomorrow night, that's when we'll really start to see the snow start to fall over the Salt Lake Valley, and that could linger into Monday morning. So just be forewarned on your way to work or school. Southern Utah 7-day forecast, highs in the 50s after. In fact, we're going to stay in the 50s tomorrow. We got that for the next 7 days. Lots of sunshine for your Monday, so you can put away that umbrella for a while. Low temperatures will get a little nippy. Monday night, Tuesday morning will be freezing cold. Now, northern Utah for the next 7 days. We got rain and snow tomorrow. It's going to kind of come in waves, if you will. We'll have a period where it won't be doing anything at all, but at least it won't be foggy. That'll be nice. A chance of snow in the morning on Monday, and then we clear up a little bit. If we get any inversion at all, it's going to be a lot weaker than what we've had to endure lately, and then potential more stormy weather next Friday and Saturday, so that'll keep things churning. Won't allow that inversion to really settle in for right now.
Which it was so rough this past week.
My word.
Felt like we couldn't get a break. I know I felt like I had a cold. And
it's crunchy tasting. I was trying to come up with the words for it. Like it feels heavy.
You
just
want
does
your
not
air.
feel good. You don't need crunchy air.
You don't want crunchy air.
That's not good for your lungs, I don't think.
You know, the long term for southern Utah looks more something like we had over the last couple of months. So it's going back. We're switching it up and drying out a little bit.
We're going to dry out a little bit. And then overall, this winter calls for warmer than average weather. Temperatures for Utah, in fact, for most of the western U.S., and above average precipitation. That's good for the mountains because we'll get the snow when we need it.
Awesome. Thanks, Doug. And still to come, we're going to have some big name actors and actresses that are appearing in a new Netflix movie. We're going to have a review of Marriage Story coming up.
And we take a look back at 20 years of the UTA's TRAX service and its impact along the Wasatch Front.
Most people would rather watch. Whoa, did you see that? Let's see it again. That's better than your typical car commercial. Hey, we hear you.
It can be intimidating talking to your doctor about opioids. So don't think of me as your doctor. Think of me as your neighbor, an educator, a friendly voice of reason. Really, whatever makes you feel comfortable and happy. Because I want you to ask me questions, like if you're at risk for addiction. So let's talk. I'll make it easy for you.
Learn questions to ask and more at useonlyasdirected.org.
Now this is a deal that goes beyond the holidays. Don't miss the Xfinity Beyond Black Friday event, when you can get $100 back with the package that's right for you. You'll get amazing speed and Wi-Fi coverage from America's best internet provider, plus the Emmy Award-winning X1 voice remote with Xfinity X1, giving your family the easiest all-in-one entertainment experience. Choose your package now and you'll get the gift of $100 back. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. For a limited time, you can get $100 back on our most popular packages. Hurry, this offer won't last, so switch today.
Mike Bloomberg's never been afraid of tough fights, the ones that make a true difference in people's lives. And Mike's won them, which is important right this minute, because if you can beat America's biggest gun lobby, helping pass background check laws and defeat NRA-backed politicians across this country, beat Big Coal, helping shut down hundreds of polluting plants, and beat Big Tobacco, helping pass laws to save the next generation from addiction, all against big odds, you can beat him.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
This season of savings is here. Celebrate clearance pricing and the Happy Holiday sales event with your Utah Honda dealers. I'm so happy. Get ready for the snow with the entire lineup of all-wheel drive Hondas. Clearance pricing on the all-wheel drive CR-V, Pilots, and HRVs, starting at only $189 a month. Happy Honda Days from your Utah Honda dealers. See all the clearance offers at utahhondadealers.com. I'm so happy.
I'm constantly looking for ways to integrate athleticism with my children. When I found out that Select Health had that gym membership reimbursement, I was delighted. Having that presence of mind and focus is essential, and saving money is nice too.
You're watching Fox 13 News. Let's connect.
Well, TRAX is celebrating 20 years of service.
The system has more than 44 miles of rail and 50 stations in the state of Utah. Fox 13's Amy Ney takes us through their evolution.
After decades of planning and controversy, the Utah Transit Authority opened its first TRAX line 20 years ago.
20 years ago, on December the 4th, the first TRAX line from Sandy to Salt Lake open to the public.
Chairman Carlton Christensen says although they've come a long way in their growth and expansion, it hasn't been an easy journey.
There was a lot of controversy about disrupting Main Street. The construction created some challenges because it was torn up from literally door to door.
With over 114 cars operating 7 days a week, 362 days a year, as of Wednesday, TRAX hit 283.4 million rides.
It's taken a lot of patience on everybody's part, but I think in the end it's clear that it's been a very successful decision.
On average, 5,774 people board the Red Line at the University of Utah campus every day. During the 2002 Winter Olympics, that jumped to 615,000 boardings. TRAX plans to create more jobs and make commutes even easier for Utahns. That could help make the adventurous state more appealing to outsiders.
So you can be skiing in less than 2 hours, fully dressed, all your equipment, everything.
And we're continuing to study 2 important BRT lines potentially in northern Utah County and also Mid-Valley. And then obviously working with a point in the mountain in the transition of the current prison site.
Christensen says he never imagined seeing this much success in 20 short years.
And it's a good indication you don't know where life's going to take you.
Amy Ney, Fox 13 News, Utah.
For some, it's the little things that can make or break air travel. Well, check out these photos posted on Salt Lake City International Airport's Instagram. Yep, you see that right. The terminal seats will now have both cup holders and phone chargers. Airport construction is underway with the new Salt Lake City International. It's going to be opening next year.
Tooele residents braved the fog today to celebrate the holiday season with a parade. Take a look.
Looks like Santa landed his sleigh okay there, though, through that fog. People of all ages marched their way down Vine Street for the annual Santa Parade. Santa Claus's Mrs. Claus were greeted with holiday cheer, followed by performances from local high school marching band and color guard. After that parade, everyone had the chance to visit with Santa and enjoy a cookie and hot chocolate.
Pretty good right about now. Coming up, Fox 13's car critic puts an Italian SUV to the test to see how sporty it feels driving along the Wasatch Front.
TitleMax offers 2 ways to get you the holiday cash you need. Get cash using your car title. Go to TitleMax.com, enter your car year, make, model. See how much you can get. TitleMax also offers personal loans. No title required. Check out TitleMax.com when you need more cash. Check out TitleMax.com, shop us for rates. Get up to $2,500 with a personal loan or up to $10,000 using your car title. And you'll say,
I got my title back with TitleMax.
Get your title back with TitleMax.
Investigations, lies, a witch hunt. The radical left will stop at nothing to impeach President Trump. Better trade deals, delayed. Stronger borders, obstructed. Funding for our troops, incomplete. A do-nothing Congress focused on a witch hunt. And your Congressman Ben McAdams is siding with them. So call Congressman McAdams. Tell him to end the witch hunt. Oppose impeachment. Put America first.
It's time to take it to the max at Performance Bountiful dealerships. Now during December, Performance Honda, Toyota Bountiful, and Ford Lincoln Bountiful will pay more for your used vehicle than any competitor. That's right, we promise to pay more for your current car or truck no matter what, or we'll give you $250 on the spot. So take advantage of year-end savings and get more than the max at Performance Bountiful Auto Row. Performance Honda, Toyota Bountiful, or Ford Lincoln Bountiful. 3 great brands just minutes from everywhere.
One of the big films you'll be hearing about during award season is now playing on some big screens, and it's on Netflix.
It's called Marriage Story, but Steve Oldfield says he's not as crazy about it as the movie's cast.
What I love about Charlie, he loves being a dad.
Marriage Story is a terrible title for a movie that's all about the pain and confusion during a divorce.
I cried 4 times.
But I guess they figured nobody would buy a ticket for Divorce Story.
How are you doing?
It could also be called Day of the Divorce Attorneys. They frankly steal the show. Just ask star Adam Driver. He's happy to be playing opposite 3 great actors and the woman who's his ex in the story, Scarlett Johansson.
It's a dream job as far as cast is concerned. Alan Alda and Laura Dern and of course Scarlett. It's like you couldn't ask for a better group of people.
They're all such good actors in this that it's fun playing pretend with people who like to play pretend.
Ray Liotta's great too as an attorney. They all get high marks from me except for Scarlett. I've honestly never understood her appeal. One of the most impressive things about the movie is that they cast Alan Alda. He's battling Parkinson's disease in real life, and they weren't afraid to let his tremors show.
I think it's hard to watch this movie and not be moved by it and to find it funny, sometimes at the same time.
It's irreverent and beautiful and I think deeply personal for anybody who sees it. I just love it.
I'm sorry to say it won't make my top 10 of the year, but I did just vote for Laura, Alan, and Ray for supporting actors in the first round of Critics' Choice voting. So stay tuned. Steve Oldfield, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Now time for this week's Car Critic. So SUVs, they can haul people and things. After all, utility is all part of the name.
Most are too big to be fun to drive, though. But Fox 13's Brian Champagne says he's found an Italian SUV that puts the sport in sport utility.
Not all SUVs are boring. The Stelvio Alfa Romeo loaned us isn't. And being the Quadrifoglio, it has a 2.9-liter turbo claiming 505 horsepower. It has the usual screen and selector knob and this thing. It says RACE. I think it's an Italian acronym for turns the car into a snarling beast. And you too. It claims 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, as long as there's not a slowpoke ahead of you. It set an SUV world record at the Nürburgring track in Germany, but not with a minivan in front of it. Its exhaust mocks the humdrum vehicles, and looks carved in casino deride the routine rides in the parking garages. Its wheels brag about the Brembo brakes. And oh yeah, blah blah seating for 5 and blah blah storage space. The 2020 comes out this month with fresher looks, more safety, and blah blah convenience. But this part stays the same, and you can get a good deal on a closeout 2019. Brian Champagne, Fox 13's Car Critic.
I'm Jeff Rainier. It's a busy night with the Jazz and plenty of college basketball, and Weber State looking to get back to the quarterfinals for the third year in a row. The highlights are on the way.
Still loose. Fox 13's Aaron Cox, part of Utah's #1 news team.
At Speedway, we are always looking out for you. That's why we invest in industry-leading technology like our fast and secure pumps, equipped with state-of-the-art card readers, with the latest advances in credit card security to keep your information safe at thousands of Speedway locations, so you can get what you need and get on your way.
Now, save 10 cents per gallon of gas when you use your Speedy Rewards card.
Deep exhale if you need to. Remember to keep it up in there. Good. Go through and use your arms.
Modern Display is proud to announce that we've opened a second location just for the holidays. Come see us at the Commons at Southtown in Sandy. Modern Display, lights, trees, decor, ideas.
This holiday, it's easy to give everyone fresh gifts with Smith's delivery and free pickup. Smith's wishes everyone the freshest holiday season. Toyotathon is on. Time to get a great deal on Corolla hatchback, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
Oh, honey, look.
Is anybody seeing this?
Wow.
Anybody?
Right now, during Toyotathon, lease a new 2019 all-wheel drive RAV4 for just $249 per month, or get $1,500 cash back on a new RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Try something new this holiday season. Come into Arctic Circle today for a peppermint bark Oreo shake or sundae made with real Oreo cookies. But hurry, they're only here for a limited time. Arctic Circle, where the good stuff is.
You know, Kirsten and I were noticing the skid right now.
Yeah, it's been a tough stretch for the Utah Jazz.
5 out of 6, right?
5 out of 6, 3 in a row, including a big loss to the Lakers the other night. So they need a win.
And we're hopeful to have Mike Conley
Memphis
tonight,
Grizzlies
but
in town. No Mike Conley playing against his old team. The Jazz, though, played the Grizzlies for the third time in 3 weeks. Check out the step-back three from Donovan Mitchell here. Knocks it down. He had 22 points in this one. And how about Joe Ingles? Drives and takes it Right to the rim. The dunk. 12 points and 10 assists. Royce O'Neal and Jeff Green tried the alley-oop here. Didn't work, but they got another chance moments later, and that one did. You got to like that. Green played well, 19 points off the bench. Then it's Mitchell to Rudy Gobert. The reverse jam. He had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and how about the off there? The Jazz won it, 126-112. Weber State took on Kennesaw State in the FCS playoffs. Second quarter, Jack Constantine, quarterback for Weber, fires it to Devin Cooley in the end zone. 21-yard touchdown. They missed a 2-point try, so they trailed 10-9. But the Wildcats played great in the third quarter. The Owls fumble it away. Adam Rodriguez picks it up, takes it 24 yards for the score. 19-17 Wildcats. Then it's Josh Davis. Gets in for the touchdown. Weber State won it 26-20 to advance to the quarterfinals for the third straight year.
They're a good team. They're tougher than nails. They're hard to stop. Second half adjustments I thought were huge, and really more than anything was just the players. I think they went in and just caught their breath and came out and played phenomenally in the second half.
The biggest thing I think in this game and us taking the win is the defense making halftime adjustments. I think they brought momentum to our whole team in the second half, and that's pretty much where we started, taking advantage of everything they were doing.
College basketball, Fresno State gave 25th ranked Utah State all they could handle. New Williams with the alley-oop. The Aggies were up 1 with under 2 minutes to play when Diego Brito, a big three. He scored 10. The Bulldogs needed a 3 at the buzzer to force overtime. Williams banked it in. That tied the score, forced OT, but the Aggies took over in OT. Sam Merrill for 3 of his 24. Utah State won it 77-70. Utah played great at home against Central Arkansas. Both Booth Gosh with the steal and the throwdown for the Utes early in the first. He scored 13. And it's Jackson Brenchley open for 3 for the Utes. He hits it. He had 11 points off the bench. The Utes were rolling in this one. They go inside to Braden Carlson for the throwdown. The Utes led up by 13 at the half. Timmy Allen led the way with 24 points. Gets a 3-point play here. Utah won at 98-67. And the BYU basketball team bounced back from their loss to Utah with a dominating performance against UNLV at Vivint Smart Home Arena. Yoli Childs, the 3, then the throwdown. 13 points, 14 rebounds for Yoli. Alex Barcello, 3 of his 13 points. He was 3 for 3 on threes. Made the Cougars. He had 14. Dalton Nixon led BYU with 17 points. BYU beat UNLV by 33, 83-50. It went down to the wire between Utah Valley and Southern Utah. John Knight scored to put the Thunderbirds up 1 with 8 seconds to play. The Wolverines could not answer back on their next possession, so Southern Utah beat Utah Valley 73-72. Utah and BYU played in the second round of the NCAA volleyball tournament, and this one was all Utes. They dominated all 3 sets, winning 25-15 in all of them. Here's match points. The Utes coming up. The Utes advance to the Sweet 16 for the 4th time. They'll face number 1 seed Stanford. Bit of an upset there.
Only Red excited in that building.
Yeah.
You saw. Very quiet.
Bit of an upset.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jeff.
Exciting way. Well, thanks for watching Fox 13 News. Not at 9. A
little bit later. Yeah, a little bit late tonight. We'll try to be more on schedule tomorrow. Modern Family is coming up in just a few minutes. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.
Fox 13.